Saluti Jr. has agreed to enter into a plea agreement, the terms of which are as follows. He agrees to plead guilty to count 1 of an accusation charging him with third-degree conspiracy to commit theft by failure to make required disposition, violation of NJSA 2C5-2. Additionally, Mr. Saluti agrees to pay restitution in the amount of $137,652.54, which he agrees to make payable by March 21st, 2019. He also agrees to voluntarily forfeit any law license he may still obtain, although I believe he does not have one at the moment, and he agrees not to seek any reinstatement of his law license in the future in any state, and he agrees to cooperate with the state as it pertains to his plea defendants.
And you understand that you plead guilty to an accusation charging you with third-degree conspiracy to commit theft by failure to make required disposition?
I do.
And you understand that in exchange, that as part of that plea agreement, you agree not to apply for any law license or possess any law license at the current time?
I understand.
And you agree that you will be paying restitution in the amount of $137,652.54, which shall be payable by March 21st, 2019?
Yes.
And you also understand that pursuant to the plea agreement that has been outlined by the prosecutor, you'll be required to cooperate with the state in its ongoing proceedings, correct?
I do.
What's good, y'all? What's the Numbers TV? It's your boy, Poe Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And like a video if you appreciate the content that Poe Rowe and What's the Numbers I provided. Today, we back into the profile piece. This one is on Gerald Saluti. In this video, we're going to talk about Gerald's upbringing. Then we will discuss his early years practicing law. After that, we will speak about the criminal case that will push Gerald Saluti into the hip-hop spotlight when he represented Max B in his murder case. After that, we're going to focus on the outcome of that case and how his actions during that case will come back into the spotlight. And finally, we will take a look at some things that took place years later with Gerald Saluti and what he's up to today. Gerald Saluti is from New Jersey. Growing up, he had an interest in law, which eventually led him to pursue a career in that as he went to law school to attain his law degree. He passed the bar exam in 1992 and began his career being a lawyer in the state of New Jersey. He would fly under the radar as far as hip-hop circles go until he represented a rapper named Max B, real name Charlie Wingate, in a murder trial in May of 2009. At the time, Max B was blazing hot on the DVD and underground rap scene in New York City and surrounding states. In September of 2006, Max B ended up charged with a serious crime of murder conspiracy for allegedly setting up a robbery of a man through a female acquaintance of his that resulted in someone losing their life. He would make bail after sitting in jail for a while and once released, returned to making music. His time, once being released from jail, was well documented with countless videos and DVD interviews. Max ended up in a beef with Jim Jones and Bird Gang, which was the rapper and crew that pretty much put him on in the rap game. But now Max was shining brighter than ever as a solo artist, and due to his extraordinary work ethic, his buzz was growing tremendously. He linked with another New York City rapper who was also coming up at the time named French Montana, and the two began to take over the internet week by week. Now around this time is where we become aware of Max's relationship with Gerald Saluti, who was Max's entertainment lawyer at the time. But being that he was a defense attorney also, Max decided to entrust Gerald Saluti with being his lawyer in his murder trial that was coming up. The two did a few interviews before and during the trial, talking about their chances for beating the case, and were pretty confident that they would be successful in proving Max's innocence. But in June of 2009, after about a 2 to 3 week trial, Max B will be found guilty on conspiracy charges related to armed robbery, kidnapping, aggravated assault, and felony murder. Then, a few months later in September 2009, Max B was sentenced to 75 years in prison. After the trial and sentencing, Gerald Saluti would do a couple more interviews along with reading a letter written by Max B to his family and friends, but after that, we wouldn't hear too much about Gerald Saluti anymore in hip-hop circles. Max B's name would continue to be mentioned on the internet and by other rappers, mainly by his longtime friend French Montana, who had started a Free Max B campaign. Max B would put in for a bunch of different appeals and sentence reconsideration to no success. But then in 2014, after an investigation on Saluti and his law firm partner Richard Roberts, it was revealed that Saluti and Roberts were partaking in some illegal activity, which led them to both being suspended from practicing law in New Jersey. Armed with this information, Max's new lawyer began fighting for post-conviction relief. They also found out that Saluti convinced Max to go to trial rather than accept a plea bargain that offered a 10-year sentence, and also argued that Saluti had a conflict of interest because he was serving as Max B's manager and entertainment lawyer at the time of his trial. This new information played a big part in Max B's conviction being vacated. Then in September of 2016, Max would go on to accept a plea deal of 20 years for aggravated manslaughter. He has a current release date of November 2025. Now, Gerald Saluti wasn't done making headlines, because in May of 2017, he was indicted along with his partner Richard Roberts. The two former attorneys were charged with second-degree conspiracy, second-degree theft by failure to make required disposition of property received, third-degree hindering apprehension or prosecution, and third-degree perjury in a case that accused them of stealing more than $140,000 from clients. The duo was accused of stealing the money from 4 clients whose funds had been placed in the firm's attorney trust account. Allegedly, they used the money to pay their personal expenses, including car payments, credit card bills, and entertainment expenses. Roberts used $20,000 in stolen funds to make alimony payments, authorities allege. Saluti and his partner Richard Roberts would cop out and plead guilty on the charges, with Saluti being sentenced to 200 hours of community service along with 4 years probation. He also paid $137,000 in restitution. Saluti also agreed to testify on Richard Roberts, who ended up receiving 5 years probation along with 270 hours of community service. Since then, Saluti has become a yoga instructor who can never practice law again, but his name will forever be connected to Max B, who is set to be released from jail in the near future. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. This is a quick profile piece on Gerald Saluti. You know, he's a name in hip hop that some people might know of because he did represent Max B. You know, Max B ended up being found guilty. They fried him, gave him all that time. But you know, we also have to say rest in peace to the victim, because there is a victim in this situation, that somebody who lost their life. And Max B is taking some accountability to having something to do with that person losing his life. You understand what I'm saying? So Pooh Sims is locked up for it, which is Max B, like stepbrother or son. Gina Conway, who had a relationship with Max B, she copped out. She told she's home from jail now, but she did like 15 years. So, you know, definitely a victim, and we definitely got to send our condolences to his family, because he lost his money just from, he lost his life just for, you know, trying to ball and show off and get a girl. And, you know, that sparked some greed and some, you know, a robbery took place, and he ended up getting killed. So it is what it is. But now Gerald Saluti, he was doing some foul business. First of all, in representing Max in the first place, because he was a lawyer, he knew he shouldn't be doing. He knew it was a conflict of interest. But maybe that ended up coming to help Max B in the future, because him doing that ended up, you know, coming giving Max some, you know, ammo to fight for post-conviction relief and all that. And also his charges also helped Max B come home. So, you know, he was a dirty lawyer, you know, robbing his clients, you know, trying cases that he wasn't supposed to try. He agreed to be a rat and telling his partner. His partner was the guy that's an American gangster. He's the cop that, you know, was chasing Frank Lucas around. That's who his partner was. The character was based on his partner, Richard Roberts. And, you know, he agreed to testify on him. So, you know, he agreed to become an informant, a rat, whatever you want to say. And, you know, I wanted to do this profile piece to, you know, put this out there. You know what I'm saying? His doings and how he was moving ended up giving Max the ammunition he needed to file the proper appeals and post-conviction release that got his 75-year sentence reduced down to 20 years. And he'll be coming home soon. I think he got a release date in 2025. You understand? Max will be home. You know, Ty Black, his manager, is a friend of the channel, so salute to him. And I just wanted to do this profile piece on Gerald Saluti, man. Not too many people know about the story. So, you know, I like to report on things that not everybody's reporting on. So if you appreciate the content, you appreciate the information, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok. We going up over there. Any business, Poro, what's the numbers at yahoo.com. Salute to Batty Bill. Salute to Federal Aid. Salute to all the members of the Mobb who got membership $2.99 a month. You know, all the lives is up there. You guys can go back and watch. We got some content up there just for members only. So, become a member if you support the channel. And on that note, man, I'm out of here, man. What's the Numbers TV? Your boy, Poe Rowe. Peace.